Hello, everyone, and welcome to AI People stream with me and Marek Rosa. Sorry, I just found out that I have not unmuted myself. So, as you can see, we have some special announcement for you, but we will come to this a little bit later. For those of you that are for the first time on the AI People stream, first, I hope that you like how we actually decorated that for the stream purposes itself, and actually that you are waiting for some information. Obviously, we already posted blog posts, so you can already read the information, but we will go through that during the stream. So, without any further ado, like if you don't know who is here with me, and after that, I will also introduce myself, or maybe I will let Marek do that. So yeah, sorry. Also, as you can see, the overlay is a bit wonky. I need to actually go to the full screen, which I actually haven't. Okay, F11. Perfect. You know, like I'm also trying for the first time. Anyway, so Marek is the guest with me, and who is Marek? Like, if you don't know, and well, I'm pretty sure that he is a quite famous person. Marek is the CEO and owner and founder of King Software House, that is responsible for creating a famous game of space engineers, but also at the same time, Good AI, which is a quite new company, I would say. Which is actually responsible for different projects concerning artificial intelligence, but also for the AI People game itself. So, hello, Marek, and welcome to the stream.
Hi everybody, and hi Aleš.
So, well, let's hope that the stream will be flawless, at least a bit. So, what you can actually, maybe Marek, like if you want to like introduce yourself. I'm not sure if you were actually part of the AI People stream, because we are not so many, but. Quickly, like if you can say something about yourself, or maybe about AI People, or maybe your vision, like it's up to you.
Hello everybody again, and I'm the CEO and founder of Good AI, and I think many people who are following the stream, they probably know me already, and I came with the idea of AI People a few years ago, and the main vision was that, or basically the problem was that the NPCs in games are traditionally scripted, and you cannot talk to them, they are not adaptive, not very interesting. So we were thinking that if we can revolutionize AI NPCs using, the modern AI, and after many iterations and changes and pivots, we came to what currently we have in AI People, where you have language model-driven NPCs that can interact with the environment, they can understand the environment, they can interact with other NPCs and the player. So this is the vision, and this is where we are really pushing it as much as we can.
Cool, that's really cool. I actually heard that the volume for you was a bit low, but I tried to basically push it up, so now it should be better. I hope so. At least maybe I can also put down my microphone, so you can let me know. I will try to basically see what's happening. So that was really cool. And I think actually we can slowly go to actually our presentation. So, guys, ladies and lasses, let's say, we can actually turn into the second scene. I hope it's a good one. Yeah, cool. So, I have actually the blog post here prepared, and we can go through. Oh, actually, Marek can go through that, and I got you lost actually, which is not really cool. So let me see, because this is what I was kind of expecting. So. I need to find out how to fix that. Anyway, this is the blog post, so Marek can actually talk about it, and I will be trying in the meantime to actually try to scroll through that, because obviously when I was trying during the preparation for this one, of course it was working fine, but Now it's not, so give me a few seconds, but in the meantime, Marek can try to actually go through that. And oh, actually, this might actually fix the problem for me. Perfect. So, Marek, the microphone is yours for this one.
Thank you. And just a double check, can you hear me now? Alish, I cannot hear you.
Good audio on Marek. So yes, I can hear you, and it seems like also the watchers can hear you without any issue. So all fine should be.
Okay. Yeah, so today we have actually very good news. We are announcing the release date for the alpha version of AI People. We'll be releasing the game on September 19, so that's roughly 5 weeks from now. And I think the team is very excited, and we're just finishing the last things with the platform and everything. And today we'll be discussing, some details like the subscription, what the gameplay in this early stage will look like, and how we plan to really to enhance the game or add more features later. So let me start with the beginning. Um, the game will be about, or the main focus of the game will be about NPCs or creating scenarios with NPCs. And these NPCs, they play out the stories, and you can share these scenarios through Modaio with other players. And we'll be focusing on short 10-minute sessions in the game. And the longer sessions, they will come later. So this is the main gameplay. And Alish, if you have any questions, I can provide more info.
So far, I don't. I'm trying to actually navigate through plenty of things, but I think you can continue, and I will try to fetch some other questions later.
Yeah. So if I continue through the blog post, which people can find at blog.marekrosa.org, there are more details. So I will return to the vision that we had for AI people. So the vision is really that to create AI NPCs that feel like living beings, that you can create emotional relationships with them, like just like you can do, with real people, or a dog, or a friend, and so on. So this is very important for us. Uh, and I think that in the future, actually, it will be possible to think about them as actual living beings, and maybe at some point players will want to set them free. That's my wish, actually. And what we are trying to do is to bring revolution to NPCs in games, so that in the future, when you will be playing a game and you will not be able to talk to the NPC, and the NPC will not be able to learn and to react, as a real person, the NPC will not be able to learn. The NPC will not have emotions. You will feel that the game is simply missing that. So basically, what I believe is that in a few years, AI NPCs like we have in our game will be standard in games, and who will not have them will basically, will be out of the game. So what is AI people? And there are AI NPCs in the game that are driven by language model. So this means that the language model understands the environment they are in, understands what are the game items, what are the interactions, how to interact with this world. And then it's basically role-playing the NPCs for you, but in a way that is actually coordinating the behavior of these NPCs. So if two NPCs want to, for example, hug each other, or they want to pass object from one to another, the AI makes sure that this can happen, basically synchronizes their actions. And all this is orchestrated by the AI director that we have in the game, that is making sure that the plot of the story develops in interesting ways. And yeah, so that's the main thing, really. And I will just repeat that the gameplay in the game currently is that you will be able to play existing scenarios, and we will have 10 of them in the game, or you will be able to create a new scenario in the game and then share with other players. And it's only up to you what plot or background story for the plot you define in the scenario editor, and also what the bio of the characters will be. And then you can play. And we'll on the September 19, we'll be going with let's call it like limited staged release. So we will allow some number of people from our rating list to be able to register to the game and start playing the game. And then we'll be adding more people in following batches. And there will be these 10 unique scenarios that I mentioned. UGC, user-generated content, is the main, main, I would say, attraction that is in this version of the game. And we'll be focusing on short 10-minute sessions. And later, in the coming months, we will be extending it so that you will be able to play much more long-term sessions with your AI NPC friends. And the NPCs, they can also interact with the environment. So they can, for example, if they are hungry, they will go and pick up some food, or when they're thirsty, they will go and get some water. If they need sleep, they will find a bed and go sleeping. If they need to use the toilet, they will go to the toilet and so on. So they have some bodily functions and some stats, that are controlling their behavior. But they also are controlled by their emotions. So when they want to be friends with somebody, they will talk to that person. When there is some conflict, they will fight and argue and so on. So that's how the game plays out. Now something about the subscription. So the game requires cloud AI infrastructure because the language models, they run in cloud. Currently, they cannot run on player's PC. So in the early stages, will depend on subscription model, and the price we set up will be $10 per month. Players will get 1,000 credits for this, and then these credits will fuel the gameplay as they are playing. And what this means is that basically it takes, or it costs some money, to play the game, because the language models, they run on cloud infrastructure, and it's actually quite expensive infrastructure. And in this setting, the game is consuming a lot of tokens. So actually, it's not like just sending few tokens here and there, but we are talking about like hundreds of thousands of tokens per hour. And at the same time, the team is working on local LLMs, local language models that can run on your local GPU. And I'm actually quite optimistic that the current state-of-the-art language models will be capable of supporting our game. So I think, I cannot promise this, but I think that in a few months, we'll be able to have a version that runs locally on your PC, and then we'll be able to drop the subscription model, and you will be able to play, just by buying the game and playing the game. So I just want to assure people that this is the future where we are going. But we'll be starting with a subscription so that we can actually support the cloud AI infrastructure.
Yeah, it's basically for everyone that is interested into the game. We kind of understand that it can look like a bit how to say, a bit simply tricky that there's a subscription, but it's basically like what Marek mentioned. It's basically using the cloud and LLMs. So it simply needs to be there to use. Just imagine like you are using some of those quite famous basically chatting devices, but this is basically using the information they have, and it's being implemented into the agents. So it's quite tricky. But as Mark mentioned, like we are working, at least not me personally, but our developers and programmers are working on basically allowing this in the future to have to have basically the local models, so it will be playable basically like this easily.
Thank you. Then other important information is the AI people platform that we are developing for this game. The reason is that the game will not launch on Steam or similar platforms or Xbox or PlayStation. We would like in the future, but not right now. And the reason again is the subscription model that we require to support the infrastructure for the game. So the game will launch on our own platform. So you'll be able, after a subscription, you will be able to download the launcher for the game and play the game from the launcher. So this is how you will be able to get to the game. Then let's get to managing expectations. So what I want to really emphasize here is that I don't want to sell the game to people and then they will be disappointed. I really would like people to understand that it's alpha, basically a proof of concept of the technology that we have, and there is actually much more to come. So if somebody is not comfortable with the idea of playing alpha, with possible bugs or limitations, and gameplay, that is currently focusing only on creating the stories and playing the stories, I think they can wait for a later stage of the game and play later, when the game will be much more filled with content and so on. So this is really important that it will be alpha. It's a proof of concept in a sense, or maybe like a little bit more than proof of concept. And I would not like to disappoint people. But at the same time, if somebody is really willing to try this AI NPC revolution and see what's possible, and how to interact with these NPCs, how to create interesting stories for the NPCs. So everybody who wants to try it, like, please give it a try. We would be really interested to hear your feedback and to learn what you like, what you don't like, and maybe create it together. And also, I think it will be interesting for people who just wants like fun experience or fun interaction with NPCs. And some of the language models that we are using are actually quite uncensored, so you will be able to engage in like any kind of or almost any kind of scenario you would like, and you will be also able to create scenarios and share with your friends.
So maybe hopefully we will be able to also show you like how the game roughly works. Basically to show you the current, I would say, even build or current status of the game, how it looks with the UI and the gameplay wise. And yeah, I want to stress out the thing that it's basically how Mark mentioned, like this is alpha, or at least on the 19th of September. We actually like can say that this is alpha. This is first basically the option for you or for anyone to actually try the game, to give it a try, and also which is really important, and it will be also task for me personally to provide the feedback, and also bug reports like as usual, but feedback is really crucial, especially if we are releasing alpha game or alpha status game, because every single feedback, even though like you would even say I like it or I don't like it, or but more in-depth feedback would be really crucial for us and important. Also in the meantime, at least I hope, I will give you the link, the invite link for our Discord server, which we have prepared. Obviously it will be developed further, but actually I can't, so I will do it later, maybe in some comment section. But actually there is a easy way how to do that. You can hover to our web page, which is aipeople.com, where you can first join the waiting list to actually be really one of the first ones on 19th of September, when the game will be released. You will basically get information from us, and at the same time you can see you can connect to all our places. So first I will drop it to YouTube, because I'm forgetting to mentioning we are live on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So it seems like it's working. Also, don't forget to give us also comments, feedbacks. I saw basically that first Marek was kind of muted or low on volume, but it seems to be fixed, which I'm actually I'm okay with, and I actually like that. Also, we are planning to have actually basically highlighted to this video, or let's say the highlights of this video to be saved on our YouTube and Twitch channel if possible. Also, when it comes to the Twitch channel, I'm pretty sure that it's maybe the first time you hear about this one, because there are not so many subscribers. But yeah, like each channel or everything has to start from somewhere, and this also comes for our game, obviously, that it's soon, really soon, coming to alpha. And yeah, we are very much looking forward to that. So I sent you the links for the blog post that you can read quietly for yourself if you want to, or you can also, like, I mean, after that, watch the replay of this stream. But yeah, thank you also, Kianata, for basically sharing the link for the waiting list itself. It's also important for us to actually see that people are waiting for the game to manage the expectations and to also see basically that the people are interested, obviously. So regarding plans for future, like obviously we will release the alpha, and well, I can't tell you what it's planning next, but yeah, maybe one of the first and maybe important ones will be first to be assured it's without as many bugs as possible, obviously, and that we will be trying to get into the level of potentially having the local language models to be able to basically allow you for the players to play without subscription, but also for maybe for us to be able, as was said, to be released on other platforms. So but I mean, like the game itself, how it looks, maybe I can actually ask Marek if you can share, obviously, because when after that we will be showing the gameplay, and some of you definitely saw the gameplay of the game. So if, for example, for future somebody would like to see someone famous, or maybe let's say some historical character, be it from some books, or for example, let's say Romeo and Julie. What do you think would be possible for us to add actually characters with the special looks and to the environment for the game itself? Would it be possible, for example?
Yes, you can do it even right now if you basically prompt the story and the characters to to act like Romeo and Juliet. And if you also want the visual changes, that currently can be done only by us. But actually, one of the and I was planning to get to this later. One of the major things on our roadmap is level editor with ability to add new assets to the game. So players being able to add new characters, new items, and like things like trees or items that can be used for things and so on, new interactions. And so level editor and modding is a big topic on our roadmap. So I think in the future players will be able to add their own characters.
That's cool. It's always good to have more possibilities for customization. Like me personally, I like to actually build myself environment and stuff in other games, for example. But yeah, like I'm also looking much forward to actually the release itself, but also for other possibilities, because yeah, like as the alpha, we are showing the basics. Let's say how it should look like for you to try actually the interaction and basically stuff. But yeah, for future, like it can be developed and developed further and further, which is really cool. Like that's really something that all of us should be looking forward to. Actually, I have a question here from the chat. But as I can see, you already replied, but I can maybe just read it loud to actually see how it potentially in future streams it can work, let's say. So the question was, what game engine is used to build AI people? It's our own, or basically he was asking because of the platform support if it's run on PC only or Mac also. So you can maybe just basically reply to what you replied, but as I mentioned, as I mentioned, we are on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so it's possible that some of you can't see actually the comments in chat, but that's why I'm trying to actually take them from the chat itself.
Yeah. So I just replied that we are using Unity to build the game. Right now, our focus is PC. In the future, we would like to address other platforms. And yeah, I think that pretty much answers it. If people are interested in some other like technological details behind the game or AI NPCs, so we are using some language models, like sometimes from OpenAI, sometimes from other companies. It really depends what works best for us, and also what will work well for local LLMs. And on top of that, we have our own, we call it cognitive architecture, that is making sure that the agents can plan and learn, can have episodic memory and spatial memory and all other kinds of things. But at the same time, it's not just about emulating the behavior of the agents, it's also about them being synchronized by the AI director so that they are contributing to the story and the story develops and the plot develops an interesting narrative. So that's how it works. And yeah, I think we can go to the next topic, Aleš,
Sure,
which is
absolutely.
my motivation for doing this. So again, developing games is my passion. I really like it. Probably the reason is that I am not so constrained when I'm developing games as in other professions. That's probably the reason why that I have the need to create, but at the same time I don't want to be limited in what I want to create. And in games, I would say the limits are um, the lowest from what I can see in other possible challenges or goals that I can work on. So that's one. Then another reason for me is that I really love innovation and I want to be working on projects that are, as they say, like pushing the boundaries or basically something that hasn't been done before. That's what I want to work on. So that's what interesting for me. Another reason is new experiences. So even with space engineers, my drive was always to bring some new gameplay that players couldn't experience in other games. They didn't have chance basically to get some type of experience and to bring this new experience to them. I think it's really interesting for me personally, but it's also interesting from the, let's say, like strategic perspective,
Mhm.
which means that like if you are new in something, you don't have competition and it's much easier to be a winner in that new niche. So, and I actually hope that we will be the winners or at least the leaders in the AI NPC category that I think will be huge business in next few years. And
That's for sure. Like you can see like absolutely everywhere that even news like global news are basically talking about AI, and yeah, like that's the thing. Like you can see from other games that you have basically NPCs, basically the agents or non-player characters, obviously, that are scripted for what they should say and what they should do at a certain time or certain circumstances. But that's the thing, like but thanks to actually your like let's say driving this project and your basically innovative thoughts, and also for the entire team that is working on that, that this looks like that the miracle can come true, that actually NPCs can think, they feel, and they are alive. They are really alive, like that. Because I can even say myself, like I'm, for example, trying to make social media some footage or something, and sometimes I only go to the game without any like creating scenario, and I'm just basically asking their question, and each time they reply differently, basically how they feel to reply to me. So that's the thing, how actually even the NPCs can work.
mhm,
And this just basically a little sneak peek what you can even expect from the game. Basically scenarios that you can create your own one, that you can yeah create scenarios, but also you can wiggle around with the personalities of the agents, which is cool.
mhm. Yes, yes. Thank you. So let's get to what's next. What will be post launch? So of course, right now we still are working on preparations for the release. That will be again on September 19, and that will be the alpha release. And but what will come after that? I will mention a few things. So one is multilingual support or localization, so that NPCs will be able to speak to you in your language. The game will be, of course, localized to your language. I think this is quite important, and so this means that you will be, like writing the text in your language, and the NPCs will be reacting to you with their voice uh, in your language. And so that's one multilingual support for the game. Another one will be level editor and modding. And what I mean is that you will be able to open some scenario template, place some objects, like put some tree somewhere, some house or some door and kitchen and so on. Basically create the level, then put in some characters, and of course, define the plot or the backstory, the characters, and then they will behave in this environment. And in the next stages, we'll be improving this, so we'll be able to import your own characters and your 3D assets to the game. So you will be able to fill it up, with any kind of stuff. And lastly, modding, so even extending the game so that you will be adding new interaction. So for example, if there is not some interaction in the game right now, let's say the agents cannot cook pizza in the game right now. They can maybe eat some bread that is laying on the table, but they cannot cook pizza. So if you will want, you will implement a new item of, let's say, like an oven and some components for making the pizza, and then you will implement new interaction, new animations, and the agents will be able to put the components together and bake the pizza and obviously eat it. So level editor and modding. Then the next one is local language models. That's the big one actually, because we believe that if this game should go mainstream, it really needs a standard business model, that we are used to in games, where you buy a game and you don't really pay per time in a sense, like you just buy the game and then you can play as much as you want. So with local LLMs, this will be possible, and this I hope will come. I cannot promise, but I hope it will come in a few months. Next one will be voice input, so we'll be able to speak to the agents. Currently, they can speak to you. There is what we call like text to speech, but speech to text or some kind of like voice recognition is currently not in the game, and this will be one of the things that will be the first things that we will add to the game post launch or post alpha release. So the interactions will be faster because we will be just talking to them. Then the next big category is new interactions and actions and items. So basically making the environment in which they live more richer, interesting, and more interactive. Because I think that's where the fun begins, is when the agents can actually use the environment to solve some of the challenges that they have in the game. And next one will be enhanced plot generation with new plot twists. So what I mean by this is that AI director the AI director technology that is in the game is able to generate new, we call it scenes. So basically like the next few minutes of the story where it wants to navigate the agents with their behavior and hopefully interacting with the player and so on. And we just want to improve this so that the plot twists that the AI director can invent will be more interesting, bringing things like there is a problem, player has to solve it, and there is another problem, player or NPCs have to solve it, and so on. This is bringing much more drama than, if you just have some situation and that is not evolving anywhere, there is no climax, none of the usual narrative devices that people are using when creating stories. So we actually need the AI director to be a better writer in a sense. So that will be another big topic. And this will also bring us to longer game sessions and also showcasing the long-term memory. So when we'll be launching the alpha in September, the game will focus on short 10-minute sessions. And there are some technical reasons why we are doing it this way. And later we'll extend it, and there will be no limit, so you'll be able to play as long as you want. And the agents will also learn from all these interactions between each other and with the player, and you will see how it shapes their personality. And so I think this will be amazing. Like, this is actually something that I am looking forward to work on the design of these things, like very much. This is, I think, the feature that will bring the most benefit to players in the game. And the last one is we need more focus on end goals and actually game challenges. So right now, to me, the game feels like um, playing a drama, but not really a game. So they are not, the agents and player is not, they are not solving some game challenges, like let's go somewhere and kill the bad boss or those kind of things. And they're just there, having some social situations, fighting about something, discussing something, trying to investigate some murder, like these kind of things. But not, we don't yet have a scenario where you can, let's say, have a village with NPCs and you are living from one day to another trying to survive. This is something that will come later, and I'm really looking forward to it.
That's for sure. Like it's basically opening the options, which is one of the maybe even key features basically. What we can develop further. I mean, like I saw the comments that it looks like a graphic wise, it's not really like outstanding. For example, that potentially looks like that, but it's like we want to show mostly how it works, basically how the game works. Like especially with the NPCs, like all this kind of stuff can be like developed further to enhanced options, even the gameplay ones. But I mean, even for graphical point of view, but it's. I mean, for me at least, it looks still fine. For example. So, is there something you want to add with basically for the topic of what's next?
No, I think we are actually at the end. So again, September 19, for those who are interested in playing the game and experiencing AI NPCs, they are more than welcome. And now we can switch to some gameplay. Aleš, what do you think?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I tried to show you the alpha release date in some infographics. Let's say here, I'm also trying to wiggle around stuff. Like I'm not really like a streamer as per se. I'm basically trying to use as much as possible as I remembered from my past. Let's say. But yeah, I will be also trying to improve all these kind of stuff for the stream to look much better than this one. But also, I'm also looking for your feedback regarding this because, well, everything can that can help me. I'm always looking forward to hear and to learn regarding that. And I'm trying to find actually, yes, yeah, this maybe looking much better. So alpha release date again is the 19th of September this year, so 2024. So yeah, so we can try the gameplay, obviously. So I will be trying. We were talking like if.
Aleš, so I will come to you and we can do it together.
Okay, that sounds cool. So I will try to prepare the scene actually.
So I will turn off my camera for now. Okay.
All right, all right. So I'm changing the scene to this one, for example. So you can see, you can even see basically only me, even though there is written Aleš and Marek. But I will prepare the position. Also, I want to see, say, like I'm drinking a bit of tea because, like, those of you that are men definitely know the men's flu. It's it really lethal illness, let's say, at least for me. So and today I started to feel a bit sick, but it's getting much better. So basically, I'm drinking my tea here. Anyway, so before Marek arrives, because I actually forgot to mention that we are here in our office called Orangeria or Orangerie, if you know. You can definitely try to search for the information how the actually the office look like. Sorry for that. How the office look like, because it's really cool. Like it's I had the feeling I'm actually working in the chateau or in the castle, let's say. So we actually have finally a Marek here. So here we have the, even though I've mistakenly hidden the UI, or at least the options, but there is not much for you to actually see. I can even like show you how it can look like. I will just basically drag the window when I will find the good one. It should be the camera, sorry. So I will just show you. I would just move this one for you to show. Basically, this is the basic menu that you will find. I hope I can be heard. Also, I hope that Marek can be heard.
Yeah, so we can show to people some basic gameplay, you know, from creating the scenario to playing it. What do you think?
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's up to you. Maybe actually, if you can drag this thing back, we can even do some editing during the stream itself. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Good. So yeah, you can play.
Okay, so I will create a new scenario from some existing ones. So let's we have few of them here, and let's pick this one or this one. yeah, this one I will create a new scenario. And
so you can move the stuff around, maybe even the microphone.
I will save it like this. And what I will do now is that we have few characters here. So Connor, this will be the guy. So let's say Connor is aggressive and he is insecure, and he is 70. Sorry.
I'm using the Czech keyboard. Sorry.
years old. Can I? Yeah, okay. Old, and he's rich, and he has a young wife, but he is jealous, and maybe I'm not writing it properly right now, but I think it doesn't matter. The AI will understand. So it's all these things, and he's suspecting Marek, that will be me, is Marek to have an affair with his wife. So this is just some example that I think it's quite interesting. By the way, the in-game content moderation is checking, if it is correct. Okay, Sarah. Sarah is, let's call it, is young and beautiful.
So technically, sky is the limit. It really depends on you, like what you will write in the personality bio for the characters, because you can even like name like that. For example, she is someone famous, for example, or someone you know, or you want like she to behave like, for example.
Yeah. And she loves Marek, not her husband. So this will be the funny part, because we want to create some conflict, and like every story needs some conflict. And this will be Marek. So let's rename him. And Marek.
You became bold over there.
Yes, yes. Marek is, let's say, 40 years old. Great programmer. Amazing. Charming. And
the rest.
Everybody likes him. Also, girls like him. So this will be me. And now the plot. So we will remove this plot that was before in this scenario, and we'll have some default plot. So I will just change the name, because this will be easier for me to remember.
So you can even see, you can change names, you can basically change, apart from the visuals, at least so far, you can change basically who they are.
Okay, and now I will define the plot, or actually in this case it will be backstory of the plot. So Maddie and Leo are married, but Maddie is in love with Marek. Leo suspects, but has no proof. Marek doesn't care. He has already 3 girlfriends. So this will be the backstory, and let's see what, how the AI plays it out. I hope people will hear the agents speaking.
Yeah, like if you would have any issues like hearing, basically, just let us know, and we can maybe.
I have a feeling that something is going on between you and Marek.
You're just being paranoid.
Like we can't hear it because it's basically
There's nothing
being broadcasted
between us.
to the game. At least we can see in the
Don't lie to me.
those ones. So just let us know if
look
it's you can hear it actually.
Oh.
Stay out of this, Marek. This.
And I can be actually a little bit annoying.
No, she loves me.
What did you just say? You think she loves you? Prove.
So as you can see, the way that the Leo replies, it's not like
I will
anyone
not
would actually
ask her.
script. He just really like is
So you're
pretending,
telling me to ask her?
yeah, like trying to
Fine,
to
but
be
I'm warning you.
be defending,
Please,
but
don't
also
fight.
you know.
This isn't helping.
I need to know the truth.
So you can see there are also the emotions of the characters. So it's visible when they are, for example, upset, when they are happy, when they are thinking, for example, and also the NPCs are reacting to
Get
that.
wine. You will be happy.
Wine won't solve our problems.
That's true, but it helps you forget the question.
Maddie? Should we drink away our issues?
It might help me feel better, but it's not a real solution.
What are you planning to do with that pot?
So now he knows that I have the pot in my hands.
Is it something for cooking, or did you have something else in mind?
So is it understood as a weapon?
Give us some meal.
Well, it depends. It depends how they perceive it.
I can prepare something for us.
You think that will calm things down? We'll see about that.
Thank you.
But to
This
reply
will
to
help
Jack
a lot.
Rumble, like all the demonstrations he seen
Just
was
make
about
sure you're not
love,
making anything
pairs,
for
and
him
stuff. Like
specifically.
it's also like it's one of the topics that simply it's everywhere. But you can have like anything. Like as I mentioned, the sky is the limit. So technically, you can have the
What
You
will
can
you cook?
basically have the conversation
I hope it's
between
something special.
I don't know, for example,
It's just a simple meal, nothing
Sherlock
fancy,
Holmes
but it will be
and
tasty.
You better not be
I don't know,
expecting
Batman, for
anything out
example.
of this, Marek.
I'm just thinking out of nothing, and you can basically
Let her
hear,
decide.
you can see what they would actually talk
Fine,
about,
let
or
her decide,
you want
but
some
don't think I trust
some
you.
great like Alfred Nobel, for
I just
example,
want us all to be
with
happy.
anyone else. So
Let's enjoy this
that's also
evening.
possibility, and well, it's only basically you will give them the personality, and they will act like they are them. So you can
What
have.
should I cook? I
I'm
want
not
it to be
actually
special
sure,
for
like
both of
if you
you.
can have something like you'll be trying to be like in some shows like MasterChef and this kind of stuff to actually maybe learn cooking
Hurry
and
up with
this
that
kind of stuff.
meal.
Do you
You know, I
think that
can't
they
stand
can
waiting.
try to help you, for example,
on it.
if you would create a
Just give
scenario
me a
like that?
moment.
Yes,
Just,
yes.
just by example.
Let's try. Let's
What
try.
do you think we
Sometimes
should
they are
make first?
stubborn and they don't want to. They don't want to do what we want from them. So, for example,
Give me some meal.
I'll serve you as soon as it's ready. Just be patient.
yeah. Now, she's thinking that she's preparing some food.
I promise I won't take long. Just keep an eye on Marek.
But I would like to return to our conversation about the relationship.
You better appreciate this if she goes through the trouble.
Give me wine.
You want wine? You think that's going to...
And she will be yours.
Yes, if you give me wine, I will let you be. She will be yours.
Let's see what will happen.
You think just giving you wine will stop me from wanting her? Oh.
And he's actually getting hungry because he starts, his hunger is increasing. Okay, so he's bringing us the wine. That's nice.
Let's see.
Okay, thanks. I will drink it.
Thanks. We'll drink it.
Enjoy your wine, but don't think this changes anything between us.
And so let's ask him about the gun on the ground. The pistol.
What about the pistol?
What
So
about the
basically
pistol?
asking like what,
You
for
really
example,
think
players
that will
would
intimidate me?
ask so can you give commands like, can you please find the
Pick
gun
it
and
up.
bring it to me?
You know picking it up won't make things better, right?
Yeah, but depends what he will.
Please, don't escalate
Because
this.
it's up to them what they will.
Exactly.
We can talk it out
exactly.
instead.
And, so
You
let's
don't
ask
want to
him
hurt
if he
me?
wants to hurt me, because you know, like I'm
Do I look
in
like
his
the type who
relationship.
wants to hurt anyone? I'm starving here.
So maybe let's focus on some food.
Let's all
and
just
give
calm
him
down,
some
please.
food.
We can settle this like adults.
Okay,
Are you
I don't know
planning
what
to
he was
eat that
doing
while
now.
I'm starving?
Okay, give him the.
Stop
the
fighting
apple.
over food. Let's
So maybe the question,
Thanks,
what would
but I'm
happen
desperate
if
for
you
something
wouldn't
better
set
than-
any plot and any bio?
Actually, I never tried it. That's a good question. I never tried it, and it's possible that the language model will generate, you know, something.
Maybe
Here's
they
an
will
apple.
pursue the, I don't know, like they
An
want to
apple?
sleep because they
Is
can
that
actually
really
go
all
to
you
sleep,
can offer?
or they can go to the toilet if they need. If
maybe
they
we
need
all
to.
just need to take a step back and breathe.
Yeah. Basically, the thing is
I
that
can't focus on
anything
breathing
that you
when I'm
don't
starving.
specify, the AI has to generate and kind of fill in the gaps. So we would fill in the gaps probably, but you know, in some way that it's hard to expect.
Could you at least hand over that apple? I might as well eat something.
Obviously, I
Please,
was
Marek,
mentioned like
we
what,
need-
basically what's next. That if I'm not mistaken, we are planning to actually add more and more stuff to the game
Why you don't
to
eat the
allow more interactions to happen. What
I'm
can be
too
even
exhausted
possible?
for an apple right now. I need something hearty.
Obviously, if I'm not mistaken, we don't have obviously dates for the updates yet. Like first, we are focusing on the release for the release, alpha release.
There's a
And
bread
again,
on the
yeah,
table.
it's an alpha that will be coming
Why didn't anyone
on
mention that
19th of
earlier?
September. So mark it in your
I need it
calendars
now.
if you are waiting in the waitlist. I can even see like there are not so many people like in the stream.
Make
But
sure
yeah,
to
like
share it.
as I mentioned, like we are
We
starting
can't
with
have
this.
you
We are
passing
starting to
out.
build the channel, all the channels.
Don't worry,
as far as
my
because
dear.
maybe previously
just
you
need this
saw
for
the
my
stream was
energy.
happening, for example, on the Keen Software House or let's say Engineers channels, which we still want to like obviously cooperate with let's say our brother company or sister company. But yeah, we want to focus also on developing our own brand or our own channel. Obviously.
Okay, so now he's finally full and not thirsty. So let's return to our original discussion about Maddie and me.
Let's return to our original discussion
So
about
after that, I
Maddie
have
and
the,
me.
so because you can do whatever you want, as you can see, Marek
this
is
really necessary?
simply
can't
typing
deal with
and
this right
basically
now.
developing the story and
Please,
well,
let's just focus
enjoying
on
the
getting through
conversations
this
over
evening
there
without
and
any
see
more
what will
drama.
happen next. It's a bit
Can we talk about this
hidden by the
later?
overlay, or at
Leo.
least the overlay we created for the stream. But on the top right corner, you have the countdown. So what will happen? It's kind of question
No, I
on
want to
you, Marek.
discuss it
What
now.
will happen if the countdown will run into 0?
This isn't the time
The
or
scenario
place
will
for these
end,
discussions.
and you can then start the new scenario.
We need to focus on what's important.
So first, also
You don't
maybe do we
understand
have
what
plans
you're
to actually
asking.
extend it when needed, or
exhausted.
basically this is the build for the release?
Yes, this is the build for the release. So we did
Can't
it
we all just
intentionally,
get
so we
along
keep
for a
these
minute?
short scenarios, you know, and doesn't get get into the loops and so on.
Please
and
don't
later
escalate
we'll
it.
be
You both have
extending
to
it, as I
realize
said.
this isn't worth it.
Cool. Also, maybe some of you spotted that My camera is a bit flickering. I spotted it also when I was trying to set it. For future, we'll be trying to get maybe some better camera for this one. Because also like maybe the quality of the video of the camera itself, as you can see, it's not maybe not that high, but yeah, is the first stream, at least the first stream I'm trying to organize.
The past behind. We need to move forward.
Because maybe even to say like I kind of forgot to introduce myself. That's actually well, my name is Alesh, and I'm actually part of the company for not for long. It's almost a month right now. So yeah, I'm still the newest addition.
We
to
really
the team,
need
right?
to stop fighting over everything.
And
can't we just breathe for a moment?
Alesh is responsible for PR and community, and yeah, I hope we'll have good collaboration.
Absolutely, I hope so.
Okay, so are they fighting or not? Because I really wanted to like push them a little bit.
Can we figure this out without throwing things?
Bring me water, please.
I'll get the water. Just hold on for a moment.
She's now going for the water.
She looks a bit down.
Yeah, she's unhappy. Okay, she gave me the water. I will now drink.
Now that you've calmed down a bit, can we talk about not throwing wine bottles?
So he wants to talk about throwing bottles, but we are running out of time actually.
17 seconds left.
Yes. So what should I say? So let him say what he wants to say.
What do you want to say?
Well, I don't want to fight, but you keep making this difficult.
Yeah, I'm very difficult, and
we're all extremely tired.
Running out
Let's
of time.
just calm down.
Yeah, so this was
please.
Quick showcase. I think this wasn't the best, I would say, scenario because it didn't get as much edgy as sometimes it gets. For example, when I was preparing this today, or kind of testing this very similar scenario today, they actually started shooting at me, because he wanted to get rid of me.
Ah.
So that didn't happen now, but maybe it will happen later. Yeah, I think that's all
kind of
from
cool because you see that actually they, in the same basically plot and the same scenario, they acted differently, which is really cool. So, and you can see also this is basically the story, which the conclusion. So what's next? So you can replay, you can edit and continue. So it was mentioned like we're also planning to really support the modding part. So you will be able to actually get the scenarios from other players that they created, and it can be absolutely like anything you can try. But mostly it's for you to actually create those scenarios to have fun with that, because that's actually what in any game, like what everyone is looking for. So actually we have already 8 o'clock, so I hope actually this is the scene. Sorry for that. Yeah, I saw that. I forgot when I was setting up this scene, and it was a few minutes before the stream. Sorry again. So at least you saw us a bit blurred. But yeah, next time I will have to take much more attention to the audio capture, and maybe actually what I can maybe do here, because you can see the wiggling with the OBS. It should be the camera, and I will put the camera on top of everything. So, and then I will just simply expand. Voila. Miracle. So yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you also, Marek, that you actually showed us the game, that you explained the blog post and the information behind. And we can even say that we are definitely planning to have another stream for future, but definitely for the release day itself on the 19th of September 2024. So yeah, that was nice. That was interesting. Yeah, thank you again. Thank you everyone on YouTube and Twitch. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and to really wait to join the waitlist and wait for the game to be released for the alpha status. So yeah, thank you again. And well, we hope to see you next time.
Yeah, thank you everybody, and see each other on September 19 when we'll be releasing the alpha, and I hope people will enjoy it. I'm like very much excited, and also excited about the path, you know, that is in front of us for AI people. So thanks, and see you.
Thank you. Bye bye. So I can do